Oh man, episode 8, guys. I can't believe it. We are doing it. All right, we have made it past a week. We're still going strong, trying to bring the support from here to there. Let's recap yesterday. So yesterday, last time I talked to you guys, you could tell I was like, oh, you're still there. Yeah, so that was yesterday, but obviously we know why that was happening. Let's also recap how awesome Time Tuesdays was. So much support last night, guys. You were funneling on in over and over and over again. The chat was rolling all night long. We had host after host after host. It was really exciting stuff. Backup Handsome came by with a host. Shy Fox came by with a host in Raid. Angelica came by with a host in Raid. I mean, just some really good stuff. Got a couple more hosts from It's Me FNG and Cackalack One, and just really, really cool stuff. Okay. With that being said, though, the even more exciting, equally as exciting, like, depends on how you view it. If you came for the skill, you came for the commentary, I don't know. But skill-wise, we did it. We PB'd not just once, twice. So the first PB we got on Contra, we shaved off 2 seconds, right? So now we were at the cusp of 11 minutes and 30 seconds. And it's like, oh man. And I was like, oh, we could do better than this. All right. And then within the next hour of it, I want to say about 40 minutes later, got second PB for Contra. Shaved up 6 more seconds. Now we're down to 11 minutes and 24 seconds. I sent our time in. I'm waiting to find out, but we should be top 50. With that time, we should be tied for 48th. Yes. I'm stoked about that. Then we went and played Mega Man 2. Oh, so much of it felt good. I was in a really good groove for a while. And at the very end of the night, when I had, played throughout the whole run over and over again, where it's okay, I've seen all the combos I need to see. My skill set was done. I was burnt out at that point in time. I was definitely fatiguing. But there were a lot of good potential runs again for Mega Man. And I think we shaved off like 1/100th of a second off of the very first level. And that was the only glob we got for shaving off our sum of best, which is the grand total of every stage that you've done your best at, and then kind of gives you an idea what you could shoot for if you ran it perfectly at that point in time. And for those of you who don't know what a PB stands for, that is a personal best. So to have a world record, you would have something called a WR, but until then, what your best is a personal best or PB, just so you guys out there who are starting to learn some of these kind of things and can understand and follow what I'm talking about. Bulk diet was on point yesterday. Didn't miss a beat. Crushed it. I was really stoked about that. Like I was telling you guys, I'm pretty sure from Mondays, because of how the schedule was following into the next day's schedule, I missed like half a meal in there. And, that always bothers me because it's like, well, that's something for when I go to do the scale every Friday. I can understand why I didn't get to my goal. I technically missed out on what I was supposed to have. I mean, it's human for things to get in the way, or, you book yourself so much, like, I can do this and this and this and this, I'm good to go. And then one thing slowly trickles into another, and there you have it. But it was great yesterday, and so far today, starting out on fire. I'm loving it. So now let's go over what's going to happen for today. Today's stuff, let alone the Twitter, the Instagram, all that good stuff, I'll be producing more and more content on. Look on Instagram, which I'm almost certain I already got it linked up to Twitter, but either way, one of those two, more Heathens footage leakage. All right, guys, now you get to see a little bit of me inside the element of that music video that will be coming out. So if you want to get a little glimpse, go check it out on Instagram or on Twitter. And then, guys, like I was mentioning before, staying on top of those kind of things. If you are trying to expand your reach, expand your exposure, be it even just for a hobby because you want people to understand and interact with you on your interests, or especially if you're doing it for a business sense, right? The more and more interactions you have with human beings, the better it's going to be for you. I mean, how are anybody going to know about your stuff unless you interact with them about it? You know, it'd be great if you could just say something and that was the end all be all for it. But that's not the reality. We got to keep on putting ourselves out there over and over and over again. Like I was mentioning yesterday, we have to give more than we receive. Because if you're giving so freaking much, that little bit that you're getting kicked back, it's going to pay off. It's going to pay itself off because there's so much you can do for so many individuals in so many different ways. Guys, so if you checked out NLK3's YouTube, I posted a link in yesterday's description section for you guys to be able to check out. He understands it as well, and that's what he speaks on. He shows different ways for people to be able to accomplish different things. Just because someone goes and says that they have a business plan, are you in support of that? That doesn't mean you're hawking up money for them, but are you helping them find different ways to mentally approach it, how to be strategically critical? I mean, it's one thing just to give criticism, but criticism without any direction isn't going to help them. Oh, it's constructive criticism. Was it? I mean, did you make sure that it was laid out there for them so they could take that information and start to shift it, start to mold it into what will be a better form of them for that? Or did you kind of just poke a hole in it? And even though maybe that was necessary, right? Because obviously I don't know all the different scales of the interactions, but was that the best method? So that's something we have to consider too. We want to help people, right? But just because we understand what we're saying doesn't mean they understand what we're saying. So sometimes we have to, what we say it the first time, we're not quite getting the reaction. Doesn't mean just keep forcing it in their face. Instead, be like, wait a second, hold on. Maybe they're interpreting it differently than I intended. Let's see if we can find another way. And then bam, light goes off. They're going in the right direction. You just helped them out. You gave them the support they needed to go that next level. I bet you at some point in time, you're going to see some of that kickback. I bet you will. Not necessarily monetary. Maybe it was something as a shout out or a collaborative effort that you go in the future. And now that sets your next business endeavor going on the right track. Keep on giving. All right, guys, do not forget that. So today's workout's going to be shoulders. It was supposed to be with power crunch, but I think it was yesterday, afternoon or evening, he started to get a crimp in his trap and neck region back here, and I'm almost certain it's on his right side. It didn't get any better when he got up today, so he's going to work out, but just a different set of muscle groups than I am. But this is my last workout for the week for shoulders and traps, so I'm not trying to overstimulate certain areas based off of wear and tear that I'm starting to feel. All I gotta do is give it the proper time to rest and heal and bounce right back for it, right? So it's unfortunate, but you know what we're gonna do? Even though we missed out on working out together, we're gonna aim for 2 workouts next week, right? So even though we didn't get to hook up this week, we're still both working out today, right? And then we're gonna try to double down next week, and that's gonna be really, really good for both of us. I'm stoked about that. Okay, tomorrow's stuff, right? Because today, no dream stream on Wednesdays, no dream stream on Thursday. So when you guys are watching this, it's going to be Thursday, right? I'll be going off to Bowling League that evening again, hanging out with Das Postman, the Mustard Tiger. I mean, it's really good times. Again, not neglecting the advent of the social media and always finding ways to see if I can interact with others. You know what I mean? Even it's a bowling league, right? Open up a conversation. Maybe somebody has a question about why do you use that bowling ball, and start to dig a little deeper, get a little deeper. Those human interactions are going to be a big deal. They're going to be a make it or break it for you if you're really trying to expand yourself or your product. But now that you're watching this, tomorrow's stuff, right? Retro Friday with SSJ Sharpie. Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Guys, if you want to see some wacky tobacco looking stuff, come on down for this Retro Friday. Zombies Ate My Neighbors cosplay action. And most likely, because it never really takes us the whole stream to do Zombies Ate My Neighbors, we're probably going to cap it off with a little bit of Punch Out. SSJ Sharpie needs to work on his skills, and I need to finally beat Mr. Dream. Oh, that guy's insane. You guys were there for last Friday. That was some tough stuff. But you know what I'm gonna do, guys? Over here, I'm gonna have that Contra PB right here for you guys to watch. Over here, make sure to do that subscribe thing. And dreamers, you know what? I'll catch you tomorrow for tomorrow's daily daydream vlog.